Let's bring in Democratic Congressman Jim Langevin of Rhode Island. He is a member of the House Armed Services and Homeland Security Committees. And with a big welcome to you, sir, on this Father's Day. Look, let's talk about Wednesday's shooting in terms of bringing new focus into political divisiveness. Do you think the sense of coming together, like we saw at Thursday night's baseball game, is that going to spill over into congressional legislation?
First of all, good afternoon, Alex, and thank you for having me on. And I was so glad to hear that report in the previous segment about the update of Steve Scalise's situation. That's great news, and my thoughts and prayers are with him and with all the victims for a quick and full recovery. And I want to wish Steve, if he's watching, a happy Father's Day, and all fathers out there a happy Father's Day.
Well done.
Certainly this week's shooting was an absolute tragedy. It was horrific, and I hope to never see anything like that ever again. And I hope, as we came together after that terrible day in a bipartisan way to pray together, to really just rally around our colleague and the other victims, I hope that it will continue to help us to reflect, to see how we can better work to reach out across the aisle, instill more civility in our interactions with each other, and improve the public discourse as we engage in debates, and avoid with all possible costs the personal attacks that maybe we've seen take place over the years. We focus more on issues, and also to try harder to find common ground. That is my goal, and I hope that will be that of the goal of all of my colleagues.
And have you had conversations with your colleagues, you know, formative ones, where you guys can say, hey, let's do this to try to dial back the rhetoric?
Yeah, those conversations are happening right now. You know, we're all, as individuals, responsible for our own actions and words, and we're also, you know, reflecting. We're talking now each other about, you know, how can we find more civility in our debates. So I expect that will continue to go on. I mean, I look at myself as someone that's more of a bipartisan individual, and all the things that I work on. I can point to a Republican co-sponsor of the things that I work on. I do a lot of work on career and technical education, for example, and I work with my colleague Glenn Thompson from Pennsylvania on that and job training, on cybersecurity, Mike McCall and Mac Thornberry, so my Republican colleagues both from Texas. So you know, if we try hard enough, I know that we can change the level of debate and discourse and bring it to a higher level, and I think that's the tone. And by the way, we also need the president to do that as well. As the President of the United States, President Trump really needs to hopefully reflect on his words and actions, and I hope he will use this as an opportunity now going forward to be more of a healer than a divider.
Look, I congratulate you on your efforts and your success at working with your colleagues across the aisle. That said, when we're looking at the Russia probe, and we've seen the president's personal reaction to this, I mean, it's clear he's not taking kindly to all manners of accusations, and he tweets something out. Under that tenor, is it possible to maintain bipartisanship?
Well, we need to stick to the facts, and we need to let the investigations proceed. Both former Director Mueller, former FBI Director Mueller, as he's now the special counsel looking into the Russia connection with the Trump campaign and the transition, if there are any, and wait to see how that unfolds. Also looking at the degree to which Russia interfered with our elections. The House and Senate Intelligence Committees are conducting their investigations. So far, these have been bipartisan investigations, and we need to let the facts lead where they may. And I can say this with a great deal of certainty, that as all the intelligence committees have stated, with high confidence, and they don't use that term lightly. When they say high confidence, you can pretty much take it to the bank that Russia did, in fact, try to influence our elections, interfere with our elections. And my guess is, and I estimate and expect, that they are going to continue to do it again and again. This was really a low-cost operation for them. And look at the kind of the chaos and all the discord that it's resulted in going forward. we've seen them interfere, obviously, in other elections. They tried to do it in France, doing it in Germany and in Great Britain. So this is a new paradigm for the Russians that they are going to continue with this. And we need to let the facts lead where they may. We need to understand what they did and then how we can better protect ourselves going forward so that they cannot be effective in the future.
All right, Democratic Congressman Jim Langevin of Rhode Island. Sir, thank you so much, especially on this Father's Day, for joining me. Have a good one.